What's up? All right. So meal number two. I ate eggs this morning, right? So now, chicken and rice, or rice and chicken, however you want to look at it. You can have either one when you're on proper diet. You can have rice and chicken or chicken and rice. But here's something that I thought really should be covered. When bodybuilders get concerned about their heart enlarging, well, there's a combination of things that inevitably causes heart enlargement. Think about if you have a system in the body that you have filters, you have fluidity, a fluid that moves through like an engine, and you have the pump that pushes everything. When you speed up cellular reproduction, steroids, combined with thickening of the blood, steroids, which can only happen in a dehydrated state, honestly, then a lack of cardiovascular law, like 20 minutes or more exercise, is going to be your cause of your heart enlargement, the no cardio crew. I say this because that's why you can't breathe. See, 20 minutes of cardiovascular exercise plus hydration means fluidity and movement. You can't have the big muscle and not incorporate the blood flow without enlarging the heart muscle, because that muscle must grow in order to push that sludge through that damn system. But if you will, for at least 20 minutes a day, bust your ass, and I mean keep your heart rate above like 130 for 20 minutes, really 150, 160 is probably best, then what that does is it doesn't cause an enlargement of the heart, but it builds fluidity. It expands the arterial walls for a long period of time, stretching them beyond normal capacity, meaning easier blood flow, and you don't get heart enlargement. That's why cardiovascular exercise is good for the cardiovascular system. And it's also why fluidity and hydration equals fluidity is so important. And honestly, you need an alkalization through an electrolyte formula like pH plus is the only one I know of that works like that. That's potassium hydroxide to alkalize and provide electrolytes, which will keep hydration, which keeps detoxification going, and it keeps the fluidity and elasticity in the cell. Will actually be the only thing I know of that increases elasticity is MSM and vitamin C. So if it were me and I were mass dosing steroids to grow muscle and I wanted to protect my heart, I would, number A, get enough water. Letter two, get proper or get enough and hard enough and long enough cardiovascular exercise to keep the heart understanding that it must continue to pump fast, and so it can't grow big, and give it a bigger arterial wall to flow through by expansion, which happens only in cardiovascular exercise. That I would bet my life on will prevent any myocardial infractions, blockages, and problems with the heart. Now, it's not going to keep your cholesterol in check, but cholesterol doesn't cause heart disease. Has not shit to do with heart disease. When you understand the cardiovascular system, then you begin to remove those plaques from people who died of blockages. Behind every blockage or buildup of plaque is a cracked arterial wall that was internally bleeding, that your body created a patchwork of plaque to keep you from internally bleeding to death that eventually caused your heart attack. To prevent that, we keep elasticity, fluidity, and expansion of the size of the arterial wall for at least 20 minutes so that it's capable of doing this frequently. Meaning, plenty of area for the sludge to go through, hydration so it passes more easily, oxygenation comes with that, and then working the muscle in a way that it understands it has to retain its size, like a runner's leg muscle has to stay smaller to run long distances. You're good. You don't have to worry about the problems of dying early of a heart attack. Guarantee it every fucking time. I'd bet my life on it. Now, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a medical professional, but I am logical and I do have common sense. If you can prove me wrong, show me. But my bet is we can link every single heart attack that has ever happened to an individual that is getting regular exercise to either dehydration, lack of cardiovascular exercise, meaning they just lift heavy weights, or they have really those two, or they are seriously mineral depleted and have cracked and bleeding arterial walls due to a lack of elasticity, meaning they didn't get any MSM. Something to think about. Makes sense in my world. Tell me where I'm wrong. Peace. Newsarms.com.